Here. Hi guys, it's Sheridan Ripley here today, and I just wanted to share one of my favorite tools for keeping my son safe digitally. And I actually did a review on Bark probably about 2 years ago when we'd been using it for about a month, and this is just an updated review. And I'm going to go ahead, and if you're watching this video, you'll be able to see the screen that I'm sharing, and it will kind of show you some different things that Bark does. So first off, Bark can monitor a whole bunch of different things. So let me show you. First off, you can use it like with any device, Android, Amazon, Chromebook, which is really important today with kids doing so many things on Chromebooks, and Apple products too. It can monitor emails from all these different things, Gmail, Outlook, AOL, iCloud, Yahoo, and Comcast, and then the social media. And it kind of depends on the platform, what all it does, but it can, here, I'm just gonna read it, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Skype, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Twitter, Discord, Kik, Messenger Kids, TikTok, Steam, House Party, VSCO, Ola, Lipsy, Google Drive, OneDrive, OneNote, Dropbox, Pinterest, GroupMe, Slack, Reddit, Tumblr, Flickr, LiveMe, BIGO Live, and Facebook, and then with a Chrome browser. So I don't actually, Bryson does not have all of these things. He has Instagram only on my phone that he can look at it, but I do that because it can't see everything. But, and for instance, like YouTube, it doesn't see what he watches, but it warns me about videos that he's subscribed to if there's anything not good on those. And Spotify, it can alert you if there's bad language in the songs, things like that. So what's fascinating also is or not fascinating, but super helpful is once it warns you about something, if you're like, oh, I don't mind him listening to that song, then you can click, don't alert me to this specific song again. He doesn't have most of these things, but Google Drive, this is one really cool thing. It looks at pictures, it looks at videos, it looks at words. And so for instance, like I've gotten alerted for like suicide, something like suicide, but it was actually who was in health class and he took a picture of the screen, the PowerPoint, and was talking about suicide. And so it found the words in there and then it alerted me. And so that to me was amazing that it can look at pictures and see words and images. Like my oldest son hurt his foot and sent a picture to us via text. And then it warned me about like medical, like not gratuity, like gruesomeness. I don't think that was the word, right? But it was like warning me about, okay, he's getting these pictures that have some pretty graphic things. That's what it was, medical graphic. So same with Google Drive. If he's working on a paper or if somebody shares something with him, it's going to look at every single one of those things. And GroupMe, it checks the GroupMe things, which pretty much is the only other thing he has. And then with the Chrome, it's seeing what websites he's going to, it's seeing things like that. On our computers, we also have NetNanny. And so I know NetNanny blocks things, and I believe Bark can block things also. The thing with the Bark is it just does Chrome. So if you had a different web browser, then it wouldn't work for that. So I love, let me see. So basically I'll get an alert on my phone if there's anything that they find alarming, and you can set your range of how careful you want it to be. So I have one kid that I'm monitoring, so I kind of have it alert me to everything. But if I was monitoring like 3 or 4 kids, I'd probably say just alert me to the really bad stuff. But it's super quick to go through when I get an alert and review it and be like, and you can again say, oh, you don't need to alert me about this. Anyway, so let me show you, for example, here's a weekly snapshot. In the last week, Bark monitored 3.6 thousand activities for Bryson. It saw 13 potential issues detected. So it gave me 13 alerts that I could review. And on average, there was 515 activities per day. So with my older boys, I would try and go on their phone and like look through their texts, but maybe I did it once a week. And honestly, it was really tedious. And there was stuff that I didn't want to be seeing, not because it was bad, but because, it's like reading somebody's journal in some ways. So Bryson really likes it because he feels like his privacy is still maintained. I'm not reading his stuff. A computer is reading his stuff and alerting me to if there's problems. And usually when there's things, it's sometimes misconstrued things, like he'll play Among Us, so like they'll be texting each other and be like, yeah, I killed you, so it will alert me to like killing, but it's about Among Us. So it just is, it's great because it does alert me. And there have been times when I've needed to know things, and he even now will say, hey mom, you're probably going to get a bark alert about this, and here's the situation. So you can see, if you are on the video, that I had 3.3 thousand, basically had 3.3 thousand texts. Okay, I would not have time to read all of that, nor do I want to. So this is why I love it. He had 89 Gmail things, 69 GroupMe, 39 subscriptions to YouTube that sent out videos, 31 songs on Spotify, more Gmail stuff because he has multiple Gmail accounts, multiple YouTube accounts, etc. So to me, what this does is it allows me to know what's going on without having to spend too much time. When I do get an alert, I review it, and if it's something I need to talk to about with Bryson, I do that. Apparently they have check-ins, so you can, if they have an app on their phone, you can say, hey, instead of like texting, say, hey, have you got there yet? You send them something and it says check in, and they push a button and it checks in where they are. I don't know. This is cool. There's a lot about Bark I probably don't even use, and was figuring out when I was going to prepare for this video, so I could even use it for more things. I wish that I had something like this when my boys were older. I think it could have helped in some different situations, alerted me to possible issues going on. My oldest son, Devin, he actually snuck down to Mexico when he was 16 years old, and he had been texting friends about it and like trying to get them to come with him, and none would go with him. And so he just went by himself and actually ended up like getting kidnapped. And it was this craziness that, thanks to many miracles, he got home safely. I actually wrote a whole book about it called The Mexico Miracle. And I know if I'd had Bark, which did not exist then, but if I did, it would have picked up on that and it would have alerted me to his plans. And I think of how helpful that would have been. And hopefully most of us are not going to have that dramatic of an experience. With Bryson, there's just probably in the last 2 years been 2 or 3 things that I really felt like we needed to address. And it's been helpful. And again, he likes Bark, and he lets me know, oh, you might get a Bark notification about this text strand that I had. And he feels like it protects that privacy aspect. So I'm not reading, every text he's sending to cute girls, but I'm getting alerted if there's anything that I need to be aware of. So I highly, highly recommend Bark. It's a fee. I think it's $10 a month, or you can pay for a year, and it's as many kids as you have. So for me, it's $10 a kid because I have 1 kid on it. But if I had 3 kids, it would still be $10. And you can monitor so many different things in many different devices. Like I have his iPad and his iPhone being monitored, as well as his Chromebook, or Chrome, because yeah, he uses a laptop, but uses the Chrome on there. And then again, I do use NetNanny on his laptop because I don't know, that's just how we've been doing that. I don't know that Bark would work for everything on a laptop. I have not delved into that. I could maybe save money if it does. And Bark has been getting better and better. So maybe that's something I could actually look at. But know that Bark is a great tool for you, and know that, well, you can check it out. I'm going to put a code that you can go. If you use that code, I do get a little bit of some money if you happen to use my code. If you don't want to use my code, don't use it, but still go check it out. You can get your first month free, or maybe it's your first week free. I don't know. When I did it, I think I got my first month free, but again, that was 2 years ago. So anyway, check it out. I honestly feel like it's my best tool that I have as a mom in keeping Bryson safe with technology. So I wanted to share it with you guys.